Hello everyone, welcome back to the Uncle Bandit stream. I hope everyone's doing well and staying safe out there. I'm doing pretty alright today. I had to deal with an OBS update that oh no, it kind of changed up how the audio mixer looked. You know, not that it like functionally did anything, but I don't know, it just sort of threw me off. But that's okay, you know, sometimes you just gotta deal with these. Speaking of dealing with these things, today we are continuing our playthrough of Paranormasight, the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. So without further ado, let us hop back into the Videoverse. Well, here we are, chat. When we last left off, we dealt with a lot of revelations, I would say. I am going to return to the story chart, just to kind of fill us back in, for people following along. But yeah, no, as of right now, the cops cornered our fella, our serial killer dude, and now we are currently pursuing the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll, so that we may stop this all this cursed shenanigans. Also, Yako is no longer possessed by her dead friend. That's nice. I know we're supposed to be finding that Record of Fate's Yin Scroll thing, but sure would be nice if we had more of a lead to work with. Right now, our only option is to try and trace the bloodline of that Onmyoji Simon Tsuchi Mikado today. But he's not a legitimate descendant of his family, so the library doesn't have anything about it. And since we've got nothing so far, we find ourselves here. Ah, hello. Oh. I am kind of keeping an eye out for her. There were a bunch of police cars speeding by here earlier. I wonder if something happened. Must be. I've seen a few police officers and they look like they were on edge. Could Inspector Tsutsumi have let that Najima escape and everyone's scrambling to find him? Oh. After all the effort we put into gathering information, that would be unfortunate. Has Mio been doing stuff like this all by herself up until now? It's so dangerous, and there are so many unknowns. Must be so tough for her. No wonder it'd be hard to make friends. Something the matter? Nope, let's go for it. I'm sure we'll be fine. I mean, we managed to get this far. Hey, Mio. You know, yeah? You might not look it, but you've got a bold side. A little reckless, even. Huh? You think? I suppose things not going to plan is just a part of life in this world. No, I mean, I think it's a good thing. I'm the same way. I feel like we get along well together. Maybe that's one reason why. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Aw. Oh, Mio, what about that one guy? The one Inspector Tsutsumi checked with. I forget his name. Oh, right. Apparently he never heard from Nakagoshi. Not that we have a way of contacting him directly anyway. Just have to leave a message with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau's messenger and hope it reaches him. He's always the one who contacts me, and even then it's only instruction. Well, I guess we're in a tight spot then. We won't get anywhere just waiting around. Let's do the best we can, working on our own. Yeah. Well, that's the Soap's office building. So this is the Hihaku Soap's headquarters. So we're thinking that one of the high-ranking people here is most likely the mastermind? Chairwoman Yamamori, was it? Wait, are chairwomen high-ranking? Isn't the most important person at a company the president? I'm not sure. But she's definitely an important person. Even if we're able to meet with her, what do we talk with her about? You can't just waltz in there and ask her if she knows about the in-scroll out of nowhere. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. Oh, is that your working style, Mio? Well, whenever I find myself out of option, I usually just jump right into the thick of it. Oh, if you're scared, I don't mind going in by myself. Scared? As if. Think of me as your trusty bodyguard. I don't mind going big and taking a chance. Aw. Oh, yeah, there's that Yako I know. Now, shall we? Alright, let's give this a shot. Alright, let's go. Excuse me. Looks like we're out of luck. Who knew you needed an appointment months in advance to meet a chairwoman? Turns out she's super duper important. Even the receptionist gave us the cold shoulder after realizing we're just students. Maybe her private secretary would hear us out, but they seem to be out at the moment. In that case... Is what? If Hihaku was no good, I don't know if we have any other option. Huh? What is it? That person coming this way. Oh, it's this guy. What, that tall guy? Do you know him? Yeah, from a little while back. Mr. Yumioka. Mr. Yumioka, over here. Oh. You're Gamioto's manager, Mr. Yumioka, yes? Good to see you again. Miss Kurosuzu. What a coincidence running into you here. Gamioto? Yumioka? He's been trying to avoid eye contact with Mio since he noticed it was her. Something's fishy. Yeah, what's going on here? Like he's a little too nervous for just running into an acquaintance. You know him, Mio? Yeah, from a job a while back. Oh, okay, so that's how they know him. Oh, wait, no. Huh. How have things been since we last met? If she just stays with her training, she won't have to rely on cheating people anymore. Yes. She has been keeping at it. Cheating people. Gotta tell me what happened. A case from a while back. A family overseeing a reliquary came up to us saying they were being investigated by someone suspicious. Investigated? A psychic named Suigen Gamioto suddenly showed up. She said that she had a premonition that something terrible would happen, and had to exorcise the temple immediately. Sounds like a cover for a burglary. After they notified the police, I was dispatched there by Paranormal Affairs. I inspected the place myself, but didn't see anything wrong, so I sent them away. He acted as Gamioto's manager during. That is pretty suspicious. Apparently she was looking for something there, but I told her that's no excuse for fraud and sent her off with a scolding. And honestly, Gamioto didn't even have much spirit sense to speak of, which soured my mood on the whole thing. Right, so she was one of those types then. Well, she's involved in all kinds of stuff, so she may at least be knowledgeable about paranormal objects. If you have no further business with me, then I'll be on my... Oh, before you go, Gamioto seemed to know a lot about paranormal objects. It'd be a huge help if we could ask her about something. And what might that be? Is she familiar with an ancient text called the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll? or anything about the descendants of an onmyoji named Simon Tsuchi Mikado. I beg your pardon? Miss Kurosuzu. How do you... So you do know about it. I see. If that's what you're after, that means... Hold it. Don't tell me you're trying to snatch up some innocent schoolgirls this time. Stop right there. Hmm? Huh? Oh! Oh! Hey, it's these three. If it isn't Yumioka, what a pleasure to see you again. What? Mayu Chozawa, what are you doing here? Huh? Chozawa? This investigator here helped me out. You really did a number on me. What do you know? Just so happen to have some business with Hihaku ourselves. Why don't you join us? You can do that much for us, can you? You work for Hihaku, after all. Depending on how this conversation goes, I won't have to get the police involved. Huh? You work for Hihaku? What's going on? Ooh. There's really no way you can refuse, though, is there? You two young ladies must be involved as well. Care to join us? Oh, sure. Huh, okay. Quite the view, isn't it? How long can you play dumb with this many people lined up and wanting answers from you? You better just give in and come clean with everything you know. Ugh. She's Mayo Chizawa, the fiancée of Hajime Yoshimi, the police officer. I'll have to talk to her about Hitomi later. You were introduced briefly earlier, but this flashy-looking guy is a private investigator. I thought they were only like that in TV shows, but I guess they're pretty intense in real life, too. But Mio is amazing, too, keeping her cool at a time like this. She must be used to dealing with adults by now. She was only introduced as the investigator's client. She's cool. Feels like we wouldn't stand a chance against a full-grown woman like her. Excuse me. Are you new to all this? Oh, I guess I'm just kind of tagging along. Me too. Let's make sure not to get in the way, shall we? Right. Excuse me. I have no idea that Gamioto was connected with Hihaku. So I'd just like to ask. Oh, hey! Good to see you, Sess. Always nice to see you. Oh, you got Child of Light working. Nice, nice. How's that been for you? Yeah, no, we've just been doing Paranormasight. This has been a really, really sick game. Well, the first Paranormasight, I guess I should say. Because there is, like, a sequel out and about. But how's Child of Light been? How's it been? I mean, assuming that you're playing it. I was able to get, speaking of getting stuff to work, I was able to get, No One Lives Forever working not too long ago. Which, you know, I feel pretty good about. You know? It's a particularly tricky game. At least from what I recall. Alright. Was it Miss Yamamori from Hihaku who obtained the Record of Fates and passed it on to Araishi? Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, no, that'll do it, Oh, you're already 100%ed on Xbox, but yeah, no, that's cool. I remember hearing of the name of the game in passing. I might have to check out how that is or what that is or what have you. I feel like I might have seen the cover. But yeah, I'm curious to see if we'll get answers out of you. He seems to keep a lot of things close to the... Ah, okay. I feel you. Gotta get in them dailies. No, that was not the case. Oh, my mistake. Was it Suiden Gamioto's doing then? No, it was not. First learned of the record of fates from Mr. Araishi. It was then that Miss Yamamori gained an interest and extended a contract to compensate him in return for his research and findings. And who was it that activated the Feast of Shadows to call forth the curse of the Seven Mystery? I give you my word that we had no part in that. We had learned from Araishi beforehand that something would happen at midnight last night. That is all. Hey, there's no way that's true. Stop lying. I must ask that you please refrain from violence. Hold on, Yako. It's all right. The minute I learned that Gamioto was none other than the queen of Heihaku herself, I felt that was the case. She doesn't have strong enough spirit sense for it. Oh, gotcha. While it is somewhat shameful, if you require proof, then so be it. What, so that talk of supernatural powers was just hot air? I don't think she has zero spirit sense, but even Yako here has more than her. I do? Also, the spirit power lingering in this park has been bothering me for quite some time. The person who died here must have had considerably powerful spirit sense. If they were a Heihaku employee, then maybe they should have been the one running things. My, to think Shogo Okie was so talented. Oh! Now that's interesting. That, like, Okie himself, our prologue death guy, actually had quite a bit of spirit sense to him. I guess maybe that... Well, I don't know. I don't know how much of that played into sort of this alternate scenario. Where, like, he lives and gets the cursed stone and then murders a bunch of people, but, you know. Yeah, no. But, at any rate, Heihaku wasn't the mastermind behind exposing the record of fates to the world and initiating the Feast of Shadows. I think we can be sure about that. Alright. Now then, I've come to hand over the Haunting Clapper's curse stone like I promised. A curse stone? Thank you. I have to admit, I'm surprised that you are a man of your word. First, I got some questions about the curse stones you already have. What exactly do you want to know? Earlier you said that Heihaku had collected 6 curse stones already. 6? I'd like to confirm which of the 7 mysteries they correspond to. And why do you need to know that? Because I don't trust. Of course. If you really collected them like you said, you'd have no problem saying which curse stones they are, right? First, the Whispering Canal. Good. What else? Mayuchizawa over there has the Beckoning Light. Yep, you're the one who made sure I got it. What? Unfortunately for you, I don't feel like handing it over. So I don't think it counts as one of yours. Good to know. Anyway, do continue. Next, there's the ever-burning lantern, which we gave to Hideki Araishi. So you can consider that one of Heihaku's, then? Whatever. We'll worry about that later. That's 3. What about the others? Well, the others are... the foot-washing mansion in the Evergreen Beach. But those... Wait. But Tsutsumi has them. What? And lastly, the Fool's Procession, if I recall. So you claim. How about it, mademoiselle? Well, that's wrong. Those 3 are with Inspector Tsutsumi. I gave the Fool's Procession to him myself, so I know he's wrong. There you have it. Too bad for you, pal. For our agreement was founded on lies, and I have no duty to hand over my curse stone like I'd promised. Meaning the only curse stone you have is the Whispering Canal. And it inevitably follows that you used it to kill that young man at Kinshibori Park. Such a horrible act. And to your own employee, no less. No, there you are mistaken. To be entirely frank with you, we do not possess a single curse stone. Yeah, then who has the drowning thing? What? We plan to collect soul dregs using any method available to us, of course, as we needed the right. But committing murder ourselves is too much of a risk. We intended on having others collect the soul dregs for us. That's so. Therefore, I myself had no soul dregs in my possession. It was our plan to arrange for a particularly greedy individual to receive the curse. What? It is possible Shogo Okie came to possess the Whispering Canal because of that. By the time I became aware of this, he was already dead. I don't believe you. Are you really trying to talk your way out of this now? Do you really want me to believe a Heihaku employee was cursed by complete coincidence? That is the truth, whether you believe me or not. It must have been someone else entirely who took Shogo Okie's stone and killed him. I have no idea whatsoever whose hands the Whispering Canal is in now, nor where it may be. Oh. Could it really be? And it wasn't Heihaku who put the idea in Fumichika Nejima's head to get a cursed stone either? Nejima. The only ones we've negotiated with are Iwai and Araishi. Interesting. Excuse me, but does that mean you don't know the location of the remaining cursed stones either? There's one that hasn't been mentioned. What about the Taiko of Sugaru? Oh, good question, my mysterious mademoiselle. I'm afraid we have no information in that regard either. Have you heard enough about cursed stones? I have nothing else to tell you. Oh, okay. And you know about the Record of Fates Yin Scroll too, don't you? If you were researching the Rite of Resurrection and the Record of Fates, then you must have looked in Yin Scroll as well. That's right. The Record of Fates alone wasn't enough to learn how to collect soul dregs. I'm sure you looked into many things on your own, but how much do you actually know? Who and where Simon Tsuchi Mikado's descendants are? Were you able to find that sort of information with Gamioto's connection? Can't reveal that. Who and where Simon Tsuchi Mikado's descendants are? Oh, wait, no. Interesting. Wow, seeing a bunch of adults surround another adult like this is pretty wild. Excuse me, Mr. Investigator? What is it, mademoiselle? Would you be willing to give up the curse stone you have? Ah, yes. You have a point. They're too dangerous to carelessly walk around with in one's pocket. However, sorry to disappoint you. Not possible. And why is that? Ah, you don't know, do you? I'll tell you and our friend from Heihaku over there. I doubt any of you have attempted it yet. It seems that curse stones cannot be given to normal people. Huh? What? I actually tested it with the madam here earlier. Even if you give the curse stone to someone else, the curse bearer doesn't change, and the stone eventually makes its way back to the bearer. It's almost obvious when you think about it, seeing as how the curse stones appeared to the curse bearers of their own accord to begin with. But Inspector Tsutsumi has collected curse stones from other curse bearers. And Inspector Tsutsumi must be a curse bearer himself. So from what you're saying, curse stones can only be transferred between curse bearers? And obtaining a curse stone alone doesn't make someone a curse bearer, so they can't use its curse. Exactly. But they aren't quite as dangerous as you think. As for Heihaku's intention of just collecting the curse stones for themselves, Unfortunately for them, it was never going to work, unless there's a curse bearer among them. That damn Araishi. How could he not know this? That must be why I sensed that I couldn't take Yako's curse stone. I returned it right away when I borrowed it from her earlier. That's precisely how it works, my mysterious mademoiselle. I think I'll give mine directly to Inspector Tsutsumi later. If you know Inspector Tsutsumi, then I think that's best. Thank you. I'll cut to the chase then. Are you the ones who killed Hajime Yoshimi? No, you did not. Don't try and play dumb. Not you, then who? That much I do not know. Well, it is true that we were after the information he possessed. He was killed by someone else before we could acquire it. Forced us to target you instead, Miss Chisholm. That's why you forced me to talk and why I ended up with this curse, huh? Indeed. Though I never thought you would escape. Well, it took a couple of miracles, but yeah, I got out. Just what information did Hajime have that you wanted? You really think you can get away without answering now? But... Yeah, just kind of checking. Fine, I'll let someone else ask you something for me. Oh, okay. Who and where Simon Tsuchimi... Oh, I know. Would you prefer I expose to the public how Gamioto is a fraud, with almost zero spirit sense? Good. Fine. I understand. From the results of our independent research, I found that Simon Tsuchimikado's descendant was Hajime Yoshimi. Oh, okay, yeah. I kind of parsed that. What? So that's why you went after Hajime. However, Hajime Yoshimi was only carrying a fragment of the whole. A fragment? That's right. That's right. He did say something about a fragment of an old manuscript. Location of the Yin Scroll was hidden. Its information was split into two and hidden in a pair of talismans, then passed down from generation to generation. Talismans? I see. Hajime Yoshimi was supposed to have one. It was almost certainly stolen when he was killed. It's possible that he knew the location of the other as well. So that's why you questioned me about the things he'd inherited. The girl Hajime had been helping recently must have had it then. Oh, Michio's talisman. Yes, Michio Shiraishi was also likely a descendant of Simon Tsuchimikado. What? Yeah, that I also kind of parsed. Talisman she carried is a keepsake from her father. Searched for it based on Miss Trizawa's memories. However, Michio Shiraishi was already dead. Yes. By coincidence, she happened to be closely connected to Mystery Hawaii, so we began our investigation there. He was already dead too, leaving you in a quandary. I see. Mio, if we can get both of the talismans, yep, we'll know the location of the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll. Wow, sometimes the answer's right under your nose. Sometimes those answers are the hardest to find. Interesting. Don't mind me, keeping an eye out for birds. Yako, let's keep quiet about the location of the talismans for now. Right. No need for Yumi Okia to know. That was a close one. I almost let it slip. Okay, I think that's about all we have to ask him. We'll let you off for today since you went along with all our questions nicely. A pleasure working with you. We're done here. But the information you have... The hell are you whining about? I said we're done, so scram. Yeah. It's all our business as well. I shall be bidding you all farewell. Yes, right. Excuse me, Mr. Investigator. Please don't forget about that curse stone. Don't you fret. I'll hand it over to Inspector Tsutsumi like I promised. Glad I didn't end up having to give it to that Yumioka. Let's take our leave, madam. With this, we'll be freed from this troublesome curse ourselves. That lady and the investigator. We should keep an eye on them. Agreed. Really? Why? I think they're up to something. Just my intuition, but still. Yeah. I wonder what that investigator really wanted out of all of this. If his goal was getting information about the curse stone, then this might be bad. Oh, right. I got one of those curse stones too, the beckoning light. Oh, right. If you wouldn't mind, would you give it to Inspector Tsutsumi without using it? Yeah, sure. If you introduce me to the cop, that is. I feel like if I keep carrying it around with me, I'll start getting some weird ideas too. I just remembered. Mayu, I have something important to tell you. Whoa, what's with all the yelling all of a sudden? You know a girl named Hitomi Okuda, don't you? Yeah, Okuda, yeah. Really? Hitomi has Hajime's talisman? Yes. He entrusted it to her in a panic just before his death. He sensed an imminent crisis closing in on him, but Hitomi was the only one around that he could ask for help. That's so... I'm sorry she got left with such a big responsibility. That must mean that Hajime got killed by someone who was after that talisman. And since he gave it to someone else, they couldn't steal it like they wanted. I'll have to thank Hitomi for that. I also think it's going to be hard for us to get her to give up the talisman. Yeah, you may be right. What was Hajime's dying request to her? So you two need the talisman for something? Yeah. Personally, I'd like to use the talisman as bait. Then I could get my hands on the bastard that killed Hajime. Please, I promise we'll uncover the mastermind behind all this. They probably have supernatural abilities at their disposal. Please leave them to us. Yeah, we'll catch them. Don't you worry. Look at that. Got that look in your eyes. The look that young people get that says they'll get something done no matter what it takes. How am I supposed to say no to that? You go find them and give them what they deserve for what they did for my Hajime, you hear? We will. I'm pretty mad at them myself. If punches work on him, I'll give him a good one. And that I can get behind. I'll leave it to you two. Yeah. Now then, your next move should be to find Hitomi and get that talisman. Oh, isn't there one more talisman that you need? Right. We've got a pretty good idea of where the one Michio had is. We'll have to check with Inspector Tsutsumi about that. Go back to the school and call him. You got it. Okay, I'll head to the high school now and wait for you there. Perfect. Okay, okay. Oh, man. Oh, man. I wonder, does it... Okay, so it does show Chizawa. Preparing for battle, manhunt. I'm not sure what I'm missing in the manhunt chapter. You know what I mean? Because usually when it's still colored like that, like, it means that there's something else that I can find. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. Of like what, you know. What exactly to do, this? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that's what I'm kind of not... Like... I don't know. Like, I feel like there is, like, an answer... I don't know, do I do, like, the manhunt, or do I do, like, last resort and all those? You know what I'm saying? I think we'll... I think the thing is that since this is still, like, grayed out, like, we did enough to kind of, like... I don't know, we'll figure it out. Haruo and Richter rescue Mayu Trizawa and interrogate her along with Takumi Yumioka. Yet they fail to gain any particularly useful information about the curse bearers. They decide to return to Haruo's home when... Oh, is she gonna run into Ayame here? Because I think they gave Ayame, like, her, like, address. We've received an update on the hostage situation. The 56-year-old male suspect who announced his intent to commit mass murder in Sumida City today had taken a woman hostage and gone on the run. He was found by the police in a park in Sumida after 4 p.m., confirmed dead. The weapon the suspect was said to possess was nowhere to be found on site. Its whereabouts are currently unknown. Furthermore, the female hostage was not present and the search for her continues. Interesting. If it's being reported on the news, then that lends credence to her story. Oh, interesting. No real... Whoa, hello. Jinx? Well then, how should I proceed? Is this what it's like to be rushing to one's doom? He was quite shaken that just moments ago, but he seems pretty better now. I think it'd be harder for him to keep his... I wonder what her intentions are. How is she able to act like nothing happened? Is this just how girls are these days? Anyways, I should ask about her side of the story. Yeah, no. So yeah, so I was totally on the money. Ayame just kind of decided... I came by because we gave her the address right. Well, it's just like I said, right? Female hostage mentioned on the news just now. That must have been you? Which means you killed Nejime with your own curse stone? Well, you said you'd give me refuge, so I came to take you up on that offer. What are you planning? Hmm? Me? Well, obviously. I'm on to my last resort. Hmm? Yeah, you're a curse bearer? So you're a curse bearer with a curse stone too, right? Are you surprised? Yes, I have a curse stone of my own. It's the Taiko of Sugaru. Oh, okay. Yeah, that parses. Okay, cool. Then why go after other people's curse stones? Because killing people is bad, you know? Don't you think so too? Oh. Oh. Yeah, no, I think so. You're right. It's wrong to kill people for the sake of resurrection. Right? It's not even 1 for 1, so it's hardly a fair exchange. Either way, that's why I wanted to only use soul dregs gathered by others. That didn't work out in the end. No one had the backbone to use their curse. The world's gone soft. With no one mercilessly using their curse in pursuit of their own goals, I had to take matters into my own hands. I heard Namagaki, the young man you were with, used his curse stone too. Huh? How do you know that? Ick, creepy much? Are you stalking me? I may have heard it from a detective I know. Ugh, there it is. Cops. Bet you know a bunch. I know your type. People who boast just because they know a couple of cops. But the police is filled with nothing but scum. My, you seem to hold quite a grudge against the force. Speaking of, this guy's really creeping me out. What's the deal with him anyway? You gonna explain? Even the way he moves is all weird and exaggerated. Right. I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm, no. No thank you. Huh. Wait, like, I swear, this is, like... So, just to make sure I'm not, like, misinterpreting, this is Tsutsumi's, like, daughter, right? And that Fukunaga was kind of like a red herring, right? And, like, that's the idea? Unless I'm also... I don't know. So, what were we talking about again? Oh, right. Utaro Namagaki. He's no good, honestly. He was such a wuss. I had to spur him on so many times for him to even use his curse, and even then he was pissing his... Just when I take my eyes off him, he hands over his curse stone to someone. Honestly, he's a disappointment. So that's what happened. Which is why I figured I had to do it myself if I wanted it done right, you know? That's what my last resort is. Collecting soul dregs of my own. Oh, yeah, no. Let me introduce myself. It's hard to talk as strange. It is? And are you okay telling me who you are? Well, I won't stop you. Do as you please. Well, I am Haruo Shigima, and this is my house. My father and husband are both the police. Is that so? Then you know that cops are just the worst people, right? Well, there are certainly many who are cold, especially with their own family. In a police family, one is always expected to just grin and bear it, no matter what happens. God, I know, right? What a relief. You understand. I think we might get along. Oh, well, I'm glad then. And I'm Richter Kai, private investigator. Ugh, did I ask? But, you're an investigator? So your job is to sneak around and follow people to pry into their secrets, right? Oh, is that why you keep probing with all these questions? Ew. Guess there's not much I can do to change that terrible impression you got of me. Hey, lady, why are you working with this dude? I asked him to look into something for me. Really? It's just that he keeps looking this way. Isn't your father a police officer as well? That man is not my father. Not in name or deed. Okay, so it totally is Tsutsumi's kid. Yeah. Sounds like there's some bad blood there. I've already legally cut all ties. Even had the nerve to act all high and mighty today and still refused to help me. You met him today? Yes, today. Remember that Chief Tsutsumi who was chasing Najima? Well, that's him. My dad. What? You're his daughter? Former daughter. I've cut ties. He's never acted like a father, so he doesn't deserve the title. You know, I heard something about that Najima. Apparently he wanted to get revenge on Chief Inspector Tsutsumi for his arrest by going after his daughter. Wait, really? And I heard the police had been searching non-stop to take you into protective custody. That explains why the police were staking out your place too. Man, how can I have known that? They came in such intimidating numbers. Wait, huh? Hold on a minute. Doesn't that mean that Najima was specifically after my life today? That sounds about right. Good thing you got out unscathed. Rather managed to turn the tables on him. Oh, that means legally speaking it was self-defense. That truly was quite frightening. I think I'd have to go through this just for being related to a cop. It's a disgrace. It truly is. Cause her own child such trouble. I'm sorry. It's okay. You're not the one that needs to apologize. I'm sorry. It just reminded me of what happened to my son. Your son? What happened? It's a long, dark story. My child is also kidnapped and murdered in order to enact revenge against the... What? How awful. That's terrible. Sorry to hear that. Now that you say it, I don't remember hearing about an incident like that. I remember hearing something about an incident like that last year. That must have been your son, huh? My condolences. So when you were taken hostage by Najima, you used the cursed stone in the gardens and swiftly made your getaway. Well, yeah. I didn't really have time to think on it. At the time, I only thought of how to get out of there. Then, what about now? Could you use it again? Your cursed stone? Well, the cursed stone doesn't respond during the day, but it's evening now. So I tried using the curse just now, and yep, it seems I activated. What? You're using it now? Might still be a little weak. Guess it's not supposed to be used. But I think I could get it to work once. Oh. That's so. Sure is, so I'll give you a final warning. It's already started, so be careful, It started. What started? The curse, of course. All that's left is for the conditions to be fulfilled. Oh, great. Oh, yeah, no, this got really bad really quick. I do not have a lighter. Or, like... She activated her curse. The curse stones can be used already. I let my guard down. I didn't think it could be used this early in the evening. Ma'am, please calm down. What should I do? Should I keep her talking? Ooh. Huh. Hold on. Let's think here. One-sided read. What did that even do? I don't even think we had like a clear idea as to what that one did. Yeah, we still don't have an idea of what that one does. Oh, hold on. Do you have a light on you? No, instead of talking about that, how about we talk about why you're so shaken? As I thought, you have a curse stone too. You're a curse bearer, aren't you, lady? No. Well, I think we're going with this, Wait, no. Yeah, what would... She has the Taiko. We don't know what the Taiko does. I'm a little... I don't know. Sure. Oh. Yes, I am. I'm sure you've already noticed. Well, yeah, around last night. It's a little too obvious. Judging by your address, I'm guessing you got the haunting clappers? Yes, that's right. There's a lot of soul dregs on the table for killing a curse bearer, you know. I'm well aware. Get soul dregs when you killed Nejima? Of course. This curse stone already contains some soul dregs as well. I think killing one more curse spirit will be enough for the rite. You can combine soul dregs across several stones. Correct. All it needs is the prerequisite amount. As long as you've got that, it doesn't seem to matter where you got them from. I see. Then, you wouldn't mind if I took them, right? My lady. You're quite motivated, aren't you? Ma'am? What do I ask her? Dad, maybe? Your father, the chief inspector. I met him not too long ago. I think I gotta use it, right? That's the only thing I can feel. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Well. I don't know. I don't know, because she seems intent on killing us. But I'm not sure, like... Oh, really? He came off a little stiff and awkward. Huh, there's a surprise. But there was something charming about his seriousness. And he seemed like he cared a lot about his daughter. Please, cut it out. It's gross. You don't know a thing about us. Outsiders shouldn't butt into another family's affairs. Though he may as well be a stranger to me now. Even if you've cut illegal ties, you're still related by blood. Huh? We're not related at all. Huh? He probably thought that I never noticed it, but it wasn't hard for me to figure out that I wasn't related to them by blood. So you were adopted. Well, I got curious, so I looked into it. It was all pretty straightforward. I was a baby when they took me in. Oh, now I get it. Okay. So Yame is the reincarnated version of Shino that I guess Tsutsumi adopted when they put Najima behind bars? My mother first got pregnant shortly after she married, but it was a stillbirth. The whole affair left a deep wound on her heart. My father couldn't bear to see it. So it was her sake that he did it. I was a substitute, a replacement for the child she wanted. He decided that all by himself. He didn't discuss it. Maybe he was trying to be thoughtful. As any baby could have been fine, as long as it could have comforted the woman who hoped to become a mother. Putting it in such a way. It's not easy to raise a child. My mother was bewildered. Wouldn't you be? After being told to raise a baby that wasn't your own? But she couldn't just abandon the baby either. Yet my father just led everything to my mother and never lent a hand. He's so damn selfish. The two of them grew apart. I watched them try and figure out how to understand each other, and the sight of it disgusted me. It's a messed up family, I tell you. Well, I guess my presence was to blame for that rift to begin with. You shouldn't say that. I know he's bad at expressing himself and has his work, but still, that shouldn't be an excuse. But knowing all that, I couldn't take it anymore. It just made me want to hurry up and leave home and live on my own. I still rely on him for tuition and allowance, but that much is normal for most kids, right? I don't want him to start acting like he's my father now just because he's doing the minimum. I'm sorry to hear that. It sounds like it was tough for all of you. I'm sorry. You're right. It's not my place to talk about your family. Ah, well, I may have said too much. I think I spilled all that when I don't even know what the conditions are. Could it be what we were talking about had something to do with the activation conditions from the haunting clappers? Who knows? Ooh. How did you kill Fumichika Najima? I'm not telling you. I only ask because it does concern me. He was one of the reasons my child was kidnapped. There's not much to say. We talked and he cleared the conditions for my stone. Did he show any signs of remorse over his past crimes? It didn't feel like he did, no. I see. The world is full of trash men, I tell you. I agree. Ooh. In a way, I guess you could say you put a stop to Najima's mass murder scheme. About that. There's no guarantee that I won't do it myself. Huh? I picked up his curse stone of the one-sided reed. It really is something else. Unfortunately, I can't use a curse stone that's not mine until it's late at night. Really? Are you okay with telling me that? How silly of me. I let that slip. Teehee. I don't know, man. What is your wish, Ayame? Is it really to resurrect Katsushika Hokusai? Yes. There's no life that holds more value than his. Including my own? You're saying you'd be willing to die if it meant bringing Hokusai back to life? Not all life is equal. At least not to me. Oh my goodness. A life that can birth art with the power to move hearts is infinitely more worthy. Compared to that, the life of something like me, someone that can't produce a thing, has no value. Oh, she's just asking for it. Oh my goodness. That's unhinged. I'm still young. It's the age for wild thoughts. But, aren't you the same as me? What? You've got a life more important than your own. A life you consider more important than the life of many others. That's what you're doing it all for, isn't it? You're right. If I can save my son, I couldn't care less about my life, or the lives of others. Well, who's unhinged now? I'm a mother. It is what it is. Dang, the feelings of a proper parent are something else. Man, But if that's your wish, then what do you plan on doing if you don't get your wish? Oh, well, I haven't thought of it. I just might keep on trying to bring Hokusai back some other way. You really are obsessed. You and Hihaku's chairwoman might be cut from the same cloth. Who's that? She's like an all-powerful vortex of obsession, turned to yokai-level proportions. You're saying I'll end up like her? Are you looking forward to such a future? I'd rather not have to wait till I'm old and creaking. I want it to happen now. I'll put my life on the line for Hokusai. Oh, man. Listen, Ayame, I have something to ask you. No. The answer's no. The cursed stone in your possession, I'm not giving it up. You're right. We're both made of stronger stuff than that. You're not giving it up. And neither am I. You know full well, right? That there's no room left for negotiation here. You're right. There's not. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Huh? Ma'am, please, think this through. Ah! Oh, man, yeah, I set her on fire! Ah! Ma'am, why? It was the only way. Richter. Could we settle any outstanding tabs now? Yeah, sure. Wow. Some days later. Okay, so this might be like an ending. Amamori, you got a moment? Of course. What is it, Mr. Richter? I was just curious. Have you heard of the legend of the mother who prayed to the Sumida River and resurrected her dead child? What are you on about? The mother searched so desperately for her abducted child that she lost her mind. Her son was found dead in Sumida River, so she then built a mound and continued to pray there until her son somehow emerged from the mound, back from the dead. So the legend goes. I heard it's being adapted into a no play too. Interesting. And? Well, it just had me thinking that legends really do exist. Sorry to ask again, but what are you on about? Hey, okay, cool. So I stumbled upon another ending. That's cool. Yeah, no, I get the distinct feeling that maybe we should, Also, I love how the credits aren't, like, speeding it. Like, that is... okay. Cool. Interesting. Yeah, no, this is... But yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I kind of wonder if maybe, Never mind, it is what it is. Welcome to my office. Might be small and dirty, but welcome. Come on, Ernestine, say hello. That's it. Good girl. Oh, that boy over there? That must be... Hey, kid, I'm a private investigator. I worked with your mother not too long ago. What's that? You want to be an investigator when you grow up, too? That's great. It's so much better than becoming a police officer. Hey, I'm Amori. Don't you tell the kid to give up on his dreams. I think it's a great idea. Why don't you bring us all some tea instead? Pardon me. Let's start over. What brings you to my humble office? Interesting. Otterway's Legacy. Ending 3. Huh. Okay. Oh, yeah, no, okay. Actually, I wonder. I'm gonna... If you do not mind, chat, I'm curious to see if we can get all endings in. Alrighty then. Huh? Brah! Whoa! I'll slit your throat, you little shit! Huh? What? Stay back, I'll shoot! Wait, stop. Don't actually shoot, you idiot. See you around, dumb fucks. Shit, he jumped. Oh. Damn it, after him. Don't let him get away. Oh, hold on. Oh, was Ayame already, like, behind us? Maybe. From HQ to all bureaus. Suspect evaded officers at Komagata Bridge and fled and currently remains at large. The time at which he threatened to carry out his attack is approaching. Response, we will call in reinforcements and widen the search perimeter beyond the immediate Sumida River area. Boss. Boss, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. If only I hadn't lost my nerve and opened fire. Enough. Told you already. It's on me. Should have told you to lower your weapon. Thinking that chasing him to the river would corner him was also a miscalculation. Sure, it's possible that right now he's sleeping with the fishes at the bottom of the river. Somehow, I doubt things will be that easy. Do you think he really can kill hundreds of people? Who knows? Him saying he already used his curse turned out to be a bluff. Hard to believe he could kill hundreds at once, even with a curse stone, but all we can do is pray that he was lying. Very dramatic music. The condition for Nejima's curse stone, the one-sided reed, was only later discovered. Oh, okay. Kills by dismemberment, one whose face, address, name, age, occupation, and location, all known by the curse spirit. Oh! Oh! He was gonna kill a bunch of kids. And so, at sunset that day, out of 332 students enrolled at Komagata High School, the 377 who were at home each had one arm and one leg severed, one by one, in the order they appeared in the school register. They bled to death while screaming in agony. Having no known cause, this atrocity terrified the public, resulting in widespread panic. Before long, fear and speculation plunged society into total chaos. Misinformation about the curses began to spread. A series of unrelated incidents broke out, unleashing pandemonium beyond all control. While it is uncertain whether Fumichika Nejima intended things to go this far, Tetsuya Tsutsumi's daughter Ayame Tono was also killed by Nejima's curse shortly after. Tetsuya Tsutsumi, unable to bear the heavy responsibility or the people's blame, quit the police force and fled from the public eye. At the very least, Nejima's goal of driving Tetsuya Tsutsumi to ruin could not have been more thoroughly achieved. Thus, with his rapturous satisfaction, the curtains close on. Wow, that's okay. That's ending 2. Where Nejima just succeeds, and then things get really... Yeah, no, so that was his plan. He needed to know, basically his stone was like the worst of them. But like, he made himself like a janitor, and got like the school register, and then used it to kill like a ton of kids. Wow. That's legitimately insane. Huh. What Nejima went on to use his enormous hoard of soul dregs for remains unclear. But according to later reports, Nejima devoted himself to his master, a woman called Lady Ashino. Who is Lady Ashino? Oh, yeah, okay. Interesting. Huh. And that's interesting. So there is kind of like a... Huh. That's weird. So is Ayame, like, dead now? Is that, like, canon? What? Because, like, it just sort of leads to the straight line there. That I'm kind of curious about. I mean, we'll see. There's one thing I'm kind of curious. Do you smoke? Huh? Well, a little. Feel free to smoke if you want to. I'm okay. I don't see any ashtrays out on display either. Does no one smoke in this family? A little rare, is it? No one, but in the family does. Because I have a hunch. If you don't mind me saying. Because tobacco seems so unrelated to everything. And why did you ask me if it did all of a sudden? Yeah, it's weird. Okay. Did you try to use it? Yeah, she's a bit smart. Okay, so I wonder if this leads to big... Oh. Did you try to use your curse just now? Well, yeah. Seems I didn't meet your curse's conditions. Wonder if it was smart to secretly toss the lighter I was carrying earlier. Whoa. When did... You made a mistake when you decided to ask me about smoking. If a source of fire is the condition for your stone, then you won't see me falling for it now. Yeah. You wasted your chance with all this chatter. All you need to do is activate your curse first. I brought everything Najima had on him, including the lighter he was holding. But it's over now. Yes, I concede. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So I think the idea is to, like, ask about everything then? Maybe that will get us, like, an ending or, like, a different ending or something? Yeah, because it's not like, yeah. Maybe if we, like, exhaust dialogue options, right? Interesting. So I guess the idea is that if you ask about it. But see, then how does the one ending work then? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because one kind of relies on what's it called? Relies on her, like, not having stuff. Like, one ending relies on her having kept it, and one relies on her not keeping it. And it's like a reveal only after, you know. And that's interesting. Like, the game kind of implies that, like, oh yeah, no, she definitely, like, killed this lady, but, like, I don't know. Yeah, we're just kind of skipping through the dialogue because this is dialogue that we've seen before. Yeah, no. Oh, whoops. It might be possible for Mr. Investigator there to pin me down by force. Yeah, no, that was the... Okay. Alrighty, with your cards on the table, you're out of options. It might be possible for Mr. Investigator here to pin me down by force. But he's not going to do that, is he? Correct. I won't take that risk. Not while your curse's conditions are unknown. Coward. I came to kill you and acquire your soul dregs, but after hearing you out, I got a question for you. Why don't you just give up on the right of resurrection? Hmm? You said it was your son, right? The one you wanted to bring back? But haven't you done enough? I'm sure your son is content knowing you cared for him this much. I'm truly willing to die to resurrect Hokusai, but you can't say the same, right? Ugh. If you're going to bring your son back, you have to be alive as well, right? In fact, what you really want is for both of you to live, right? Yes. Well, even if you both lived to see it, your son would grow up knowing you for who you are. Someone who stole the lives of others to bring him back. You would be putting the burden of shouldering all the lives sacrificed for him on his little shoulders. Are you really okay with that? If you didn't even think about that, then what you're doing is not for your son. It's for yourself. Are you just bringing him back to fulfill your own desires? That's not... Ma'am, your saying may be harsh, but holds a kernel of truth. Don't reduce yourself to nothing but a mother who would sacrifice anything for her son. But that's not... Discover the truth behind his kidnapping. Next, you should take some time to come understand your own feelings. I'll help you every step of the way. Getting to the heart of things is what an investigator does. What will you do? Ma'am? If you relinquish the curse stone to a curse bearer, you will no longer be a curse bearer. You won't be a target anymore. Ayame has given you a chance. Think hard, then give your answer. Ooh. I don't know. Interesting. What happens if you give it up, then? Very well. Here. Thanks. Glad you could see reason. Ma'am, made the right choice. Dang, you really didn't collect any soul dregs, huh? I promised myself that if I ever used it, it would be only once. But in the end, it didn't come down to numbers. So they only need to be carrying a flame? This seems pretty practical. Well, I'll be taking my leave then. There's no point in going after you for soul dregs, so I'm off to the next curse bearer. Do you know who remains? Speak as if you've already figured it out. I got a pretty good idea from our talk. What will you do? Do you plan to stop me? Not my place to intervene. All right, then. Hey, lady, can I borrow your phone? I don't mind. But who are you calling? The cops. I think it would be faster if I called them directly. Huh. Oh. Huh. Actually, I'm curious. I wonder... Yeah, because I'm gonna run through all the different, like... Right? I wonder if there's, like, some sort of, like, non-thing. Like, because it claims that there's, like, more, right? So, like, I'm kind of curious to see what that more is. And I'm kind of assuming that, like, Ayame actually falls through big murder. That's, like, my main, like, assumption. Also, it turns out the read is, like, completely just nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like... Like, well, because, like, the read turned out to not be as powerful, I guess, as we expected. Well, like, well, not as powerful as expected, but he did make it... Najima did make it work for him, I guess. Like, him being, like, a janitor probably helped. Like, easy access to, like, the school roster. That's crazy. But yeah, no, we're just kind of chatting. I'm just kind of wondering if maybe, yeah. Yeah, no, we're just kind of skipping through the dialogue. Yeah, so, yeah, this dialogue then. Didn't meet the curse's conditions. You wasted your chance with all this chatter. All you needed to do is activate your curse first. Yeah. But it's over now. Yes, I concede. Well. Alrighty. Yeah, I wonder if it's a different ending based on not giving up the curse. Or maybe it's like a different timing? I don't know. I do think that it's interesting, though, that, like... Oh. Sorry, but that won't make me back down. Huh? Ma'am, that lighter. When did you... what? My clothes are on fire. There does not seem to be an open flame. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, so you get this ending again anyway. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Or maybe the idea is that, like, I have to, like, not... we'll just kind of do, like, the actual, like, Tsutsumi stuff now. Or the Yako stuff, I mean. Together with Yoshimi's fiancée Mayu, Yako and Mio report all they've learned so far to Tsutsumi and the others. Putting all their stories together, they can see their final objective at long last. It is 5 p.m. We are running out of time. Actually, out of my own curiosity, does it actually, no, files. Does it actually tell me about what it does? Okay. Mr. Tsutsumi, this is Mayo Chizawa. Ah, so you're the one. The Sumida police is looking for you. Glad to see you're all right. Sorry, I should have told someone I was okay. I was just so pissed off. Falling right into Hihaku's hands, I got myself into some deep shit. Hihaku seems like they're still up to something. We'll have to make sure they clean up their act once and for all. Get it? Because they sell soap? Make it a joke? Nice one, boss. You're really on top of your game today. Stop trying to make me feel better. Shouldn't have said anything. More importantly, Mayu, thank you for your cooperation with Yoshimi. We'll get to the bottom of it, I promise. Oh, you must be Detective Ario. I heard a lot about you from Hajime. I'll be counting on you. Catch whoever did this, no matter what. I'm not sure why, but I feel fired up. It feels like we're close to the moment of truth. think Mio feels the same. Mayu rushed to Tomi's place and back for us. He's been trying to appear calm, but I'm sure she must still be in shock. I bet he's making jokes and stuff at a time like this because he doesn't want to stress us out. Wonder if he's able to stay so calm because of experience, or if he's just that kind of person. Detective Ario was nice enough to get us something to drink earlier. Seeing a detective take time for little things like that helps put my mind at ease little. They've all but finished investigating the crime scene and the police had mostly left. They're letting us use the school as our base of communications as per Inspector Tsutsumi's request. Yeah. Man. Oh, Mr. Tsutsumi. I received a message from Paranormal Affairs earlier. It wasn't from Nakagoshi, but I had someone look into something for me. So even the desk jockeys are lending a hand? Brings a tear to your eye. So what'd they say? Right. About the Onmyoji woman who was in Edo at the time of the Honjo incident. She was a person of great beauty and discerning taste, but also shamelessly did whatever she wanted. It seemed to match the person seen in the resentful memory of the foot-washing mansion. Huh. So she must be the one who fought with Simon over the right. And they found that her name was Ashino. Yeah, Ashino. We heard that from the one ending. Ashino, huh? What else? That's all. Not much help. Yeah, okay, so the foot-washing maiden was Ashino. Well, why was... But hold on, why was... Nejima, like... Oh, did Nejima, like, resurrect her? Like, that's the deal? Oh, but... Apparently she was quite the powerful Onmyoji. And she died bearing a similarly powerful resentment. It's possible that she became a vengeful spirit with a connection to the Seven Mysteries. Vengeful spirit? If any descendants of Ashino or people otherwise closely aligned with her live today, there's a possibility that spirit awakened and possessed them. Yeah, you mentioned before that spirits can possess people who are closely in sync with them. Though this, of course, doesn't mean the spirit houses her complete personality. Her resentment and her spirit power, those are the parts of her that would have the strongest influence. Since Simon's descendants are still around in the present, it wouldn't be surprising if Ashino's were too. They might be desk jockeys, but they wouldn't give us this info if it was only speculation. Must have found some amount of evidence looking into abnormal phenomena or things. Oh, the Feast of Shadows. There it is. For abnormal phenomena. Mio, what do you mean? The person who initiated the curse this time has been calling the mastermind. It might be possessed by the vengeful spirit of the Onmyoji and Ashino, the enemy of Simon. Do you have any idea who they could be or where to find them? Like, if you looked at them, Mio, would you be able to tell right away? It's like how I didn't realize that Michio had fused with your consciousness, though. Common spirits will leak spirit energy left and right, so I can notice them just by looking carefully. But when the spirits of a higher caliber fuse with someone's consciousness, detecting them isn't so simple. Oh. I'm sorry. My skills need a lot of work. I don't have anything else to offer. Mio, that's not true at all. You're fine. We'll make this work somehow or other. Thanks. Basically, I believe the mastermind behind everything is a woman possessed by the vengeful spirit of the Onmyoji Ashino. I see. Is this mastermind also the one who killed Hajime trying to get the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll? Yes, I think that's very likely. So that's how it is, huh? And I want you to catch them no matter what. I wonder if it's like Ayame. Like, actually. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if Ayame is the case. Oh, Mayu, did you meet with Hitomi? Yeah, I met her at the spot, I was told. She was acting tough, but I think the incident with Hajime has her really shaken up. I briefly explained her situation and had her give Hajime's talisman to me. Oh, nice. Here, this is what you've been looking for, right? Yang Talisman. Yes, I believe that's it. Thank you so much. Mr. Tsutsumi, about this. Right. You should hold on to it, Mia. Not like we could use it as it is. Try to figure out what we'll need to do once we get both halves together. Understood. I'll see what I can do. Yeah. Do you know where the other talisman is? Yes. Probably. This is Hajime's last job. Finish it for him, okay? We will. I guess this is the end of his family line too, huh? All the people who inherited that talisman before him are already all gone. That's great. Ah, I heard you had a curse stone too? Yeah, I should give it to you then, right? Those things really are a pain in the ass. I'll gladly hand it over to you before it starts giving me any crazy ideas. So this is the beckoning light, huh? Alright, it's safe and sound with me. Sorry you won't be able to bring him back. Don't worry about it. He and I were always prepared for the worst anyway. What's wrong? Damn. Trigger for the beckoning light's curse is some serious shit. Yeah, I thought so too. That's why I said it'd give me weird ideas. See what I mean now? How's it work? I'll leave you a note you can read later. We have more important things to worry about now. Right. Mr. Tsutsumi, does that make it 5 curse stones that you've gathered now? Could be. I want to get the 4 under wraps as soon as we can. Let's see. I have no idea about the Whispering Canal. Someone made off with the one-sided reed with which Najima had. Yeah, damn shame. After that, we don't know about the Taiko of Sugaru either, do we? So, we can assume that curse bearers are still prowling around there with those ones. What a headache. Hopefully we can find them soon. Wait. Come to think of it, did old man Ashimiya end up getting away? Ugh. So, word's already out, huh? He was cornered, but managed to take a hostage and escape. Is what I heard on the radio. What happened after that? Sorry, I was just checking something. So that's all they're reporting. But here's what really happened. He was killed? And the hostage was Tsutsumi daughter, whose whereabouts are still unknown? Yep. His daughter showing up was a huge surprise. Even boss couldn't believe it. Damn it. The hell do you expect? No one could have seen that coming. So there's already an emergency search underway for her as a key witness and suspect. I'll be rejoining the search for her after we're done here. Key witness and suspect. But wasn't she a hostage? Could she have killed Najima and fled the scene? Well, it's just a possibility. Talking possibilities, might as well tell them everything. It's very likely that Nejima was killed by a curse stone. What? By a curse bearer? Oh, it's already evening, so the effect of the Feast of Shadows would be starting to return. Yeah. Makes it likely that a curse was used to kill him. Boss, you're repeating yourself. Try to calm down for a second. But that would mean the inspector's daughter is probably a curse bearer, right? Huh? You say something? Maybe I'm losing my hearing in my old age. Boss, you can hear just fine. Don't play the old man card every time you want to get out of something. We even talked about how she might have the Taiko of Sugaru, if that's... Did we? My memory is a little hazy. You got a soft spot for your daughter, don't you, Inspector? It's a little too close to home now. But either way, we have to find her as soon as possible. That's why we'll be joining the search as soon as we're done here. One more thing. There's a very good chance that his daughter has Michio Shiraishi's talisman. All the more reason for you to get back to that search. Best of luck. What the hell has she gotten herself into? Now, is that everything we needed to chat about? Don't need anything else, we'll be going back to the search. There is actually one thing. Oh? What's that? Just completely hypothetical. Hypothetically, what if the inspector's daughter was the mastermind? Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. I mean, she's a woman. It seems like she was after the talismans. Sorry, don't really understand what you mean. Boss, come on. You gotta look at the facts. But that would mean Inspector Tsutsumi would also have to be one of Ashino's descendants. Oh, right. You're just a normal person, right, Inspector? Unless that's why you're so resistant to the paranormal. Don't believe I've ever heard anything about being related to some onmyo. Oh. But, well, if you put it like that. Her being the mastermind, it's possible. Right, because she's like a adopted daughter. Really? I say possible, but I mean unlikely. It's what I want to think. Damn it, I don't even want to imagine it. Boss, if we're going to consider it, we have to do it properly. No dragging your heels about it. No, it's not. It's not that. There's something I never told her. Never wanted to tell her. Truth is, she's not my real... What? 20 years ago. Well, it's a long story, but we took her in when she was just a... Do you know anything about her birth parents? You could say I do, I guess, but really I don't know anything. What's that supposed to mean? I don't get it. Ariel. You heard what I said, didn't you? Just now? About 20 years ago. No. Boss, that can't be. Nejima's... That's right. He arrested Fumichika Nejima. There was a baby at his house on the break. That was my daughter. Ayame Tsutsumi. Goes by Ayame Tono. What? Oh, nice frame there. Someone had to take care of her. Baby holds no blame for the circumstances she came in. But boss, according to Nejima, that baby... It's his former lover reincarnated using black magic. What? Personally, I think that story is bullshit. According to Nejima, something. My goodness. It's hard to believe from Nejima's behavior, but could it really be true? I got a few doubts. We have to question whether the Shino woman ever really existed in the first place. There are no records of her, and no body was found. Her name never came up once during the investigation. Even if this woman really existed, I'm skeptical that someone could be reincarnated as a baby through black magic. I agree. No matter how you look at it, a spell with that effect is hard to believe. Even the supernatural has rules that must be followed. Seems more likely he's deluded himself, not wanting to recognize that a spell he risked his life on failed to work. That's my thinking, too. More natural conclusion is that the baby is his and Shino's, that she died in childbirth. As long as we don't know Shino's origins, we have to consider that possibility, that she could be a descendant of Ashino. Huh. Nothing else, their names are pretty similar. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I didn't want to say anything, but... Okay, assuming all of that is true for a moment, Ayame getting taken away by Nejima, then killing him, that would mean that she killed her own father. Calm down. It's all still conjecture. Now that Nejima is dead, we have no means to investigate. But regardless of everything, there's only one thing that matters. She's my daughter. As her parent, I'm responsible for her. Nothing can change it. I understand. All right, we should get back to the search. We'll find her and clear up all this. Yes, sir. The talisman you young ladies are looking for has something to do with this as well. I'd appreciate it if you could help us find it. So if anything happens, please call the police. We will. I'm worried about it, tell me. So I'm going to head to where she is. I'll be waiting to hear some good news from you all. Okay. Oh, alright. So I guess this just didn't happen, I guess. Conclusion. Interesting. Tsutsumi and Ario continue their investigation, deciding to meet with Ayame Tono to get to the bottom of it. What will the conclusion to the curses of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, to Simon and Ashino's intertwined fates? Hey. How long has it been since we saw each other? 3 years? How you been? I think the last time was when you came to see me after deciding to go. That wasn't because I wanted to see you. I just needed money to pay my tuition. Huh. I wanted to mince words, eh? You came alone, right? Yeah. It's me. Make it sound like I'm handing over ransom money for hostages. I just don't want to get caught, okay? Never thought I'd see the day that you called the police. There's something I need to see you about. Well, alright then. Got a lot to talk about. Go through things one by one. No. You have a curse stone, don't you? I do. Wouldn't happen to feel like handing it over, would it? Police will handle any damages the curse caused. Now, before you do any more wrong with it. I'm not giving it up. Of course not. Me being a curse bearer, after my life, it's exactly what I'm here for. I didn't come to chat. You can talk all you want, but as soon as the condition for my curse is met, I'll use it, no hesitation. Or do you have more than one? How many curse stones do you have? 3. Not that it matters. 3, huh? I'm not handing them over. Yeah, no, I figured. Can I ask you one thing? Do you know anything about the talisman Ichio Shiraishi? Ichio Shiraishi? The car crash you were in with that Namagaki guy. Oh, with Utaro? Yeah, I wasn't there. Utaro? That sounds like... You and him were... not really. He's kind of a boring guy. What? You're serious? But he said... Getting off track, Mr. Tsutsumi. The talisman, get back to the talisman. You couldn't have relied on him for that. Well, if you don't plan on seeing him again. But with the hit-and-run case on top of everything, you're really in deep. Is that really what you wanted to talk about? Yeah. I mean, no. Tell me about the talisman. Did you take it from the scene? You mean this? That's it. I picked it up at the scene of the crash. I didn't want to leave fingerprints behind. That's all. Really no other reason. What's the big deal? Really that special, this whole thing? Yeah. It's really important. Mind giving it to me? Important? For what? Putting a stop to the curses of the 7 mysteries. Probably shouldn't. Oh. So that means that if I give you the talisman, I won't be able to use the right? Then no way. I'm definitely keeping it. Ugh, screwed that one up. Mr. Tsutsumi, you really can't do any better than that? Come on, the talisman. Hiro has changed over the past 3 years. Got more of a grown-up air about her. Hard to believe she's that same little girl who would get omelet all over her face when we took her out to eat. Wait a minute, is that how far back I have to go for a happy memory together? No wonder she... Yeah, no, that's tough. Will you give me the talisman? What? No way. I can't lose the right. Why are you willing to go so far for the rite of resurrection? What do you want with it? Even if I told you, you wouldn't understand. You just call it stupid and dismiss the idea completely. Come on, I wouldn't do that. Maybe together we can think up a way for you to get what you want without resurrecting. I want to bring Katsushika Hokusai back to life. Hokusai? What, Hokusai the ukiyo-e artist? That Hokusai? You want to bring him back to life? That'd be quite the feat, huh? I heard you liked his art, but why would you do something so stupid? See? The only time I ever felt there was a place I belonged was when I was immersed in the dreamlike world of ukiyo-e. Though I'm sure you never noticed. Really? I had no idea. It saved me. Hokusai is the reason I'm still alive today. Didn't know you felt so hopeless. You would only realize it now. But it's too late. Feeling sorry won't do either of us any good. And from the moment I heard about the rite of resurrection, I knew that was my destiny. This is all I ever accomplish, I'll die happy. You're really serious about it. The sun is starting to dip down into the horizon. Long, long day is about to end. Don't have to worry about Nejima's threat anymore. But I sure didn't expect this to happen. Sorry I couldn't save you from Nejima. You hurt? And there it is. It's so like you. What? You're only mentioning that now? Shouldn't that have been the first thing you asked me? Well, I was just... You're not worried about me. All you care about is yourself. Yeah, you're right. I'm being selfish, I know. Oh, come on, Mr. Tsutsumi. You can do better than that. You really screwed up there, huh? Oh my god. Stop. I'm trying. I'm fine. I managed to get away somehow or other. Right. Glad. Now I'll put this bluntly. You killed Nejima? And if I did, would you hide me from the police? Or, well, I don't know if I... That's what I thought. Your job is the only thing you really care about. Yes, I did it. I don't think he ever knew I was a curse bearer. He brought me to those gardens, and I realized while he was talking to me that he fulfilled the condition of my curse. So I just gave it a shot. I didn't think it would actually activate. So, there's no going back now. That's not true. Still make things right, before you make them worse. Now let me say it another way. This is my chance. I won't throw it away. Chance? Oh, man. Did Nejima say anything to you? He said a lot of bad things about you, that's for sure. Yeah, not surprised there. But I said a lot of bad things about you back. I didn't want to be outdone. Harsh. In that sense, I felt just a little like he was my kindred spirit. No. Kindred spirit? What are you talking about? He's a dangerous criminal. But I'm a murderer now too, aren't I? Maybe we're not so different. No, you're different. Am I? Well, maybe not that different. But at least you're honest. I know I haven't been the best. I wonder, of all the fathers in the world, are any who wouldn't cover for their child if they'd committed a crime? How should I know? You're the detective here. You must have seen plenty of cases. Yeah. Plenty of parents take the fall for their children, them a place to hide. As a person, it's wrong, but maybe as a parent, right thing to do? I don't know. But I think having a father like that would make it easier to go to him for advice if I did do something wrong. Hey, there's a sense of security in knowing that no matter what happened, you'd have at least one person on you. Let's see. That's what it would take. Be on your side. I can't do that. That's okay. I wasn't really expecting you. So Najima really didn't tell you anything? Not really, no. How is she? Yasuko, I mean. Mom? I haven't kept in touch with her. I've been on my own this whole time. I'm sure you've reached out to her, though, haven't you? Did call her this morning, actually. Just to make sure she was safe. Been running around all over the place looking for her. Sounds like she's fine to me. Did you contact her after I called the police to tell her you'd heard from me? I did not. Pisked it. Well, I've heard you're into nightlife and staying out late these days. I want her to worry more than she already was. You're one to talk. I think I've let you talk enough. Mind letting me have a turn? By all means. You're hiding something. You're hiding something from me, aren't you? Don't I have the... Hold on. I'm just trying to think. Who has what? This is important to me. Who's the... Well, no, he is the one about the one that lies. I don't know. Well, sure. Can't go live as long as I have without having a secret. Of course you try to dodge the question. Now then, let me tell you how my curse stone, the Taiko of Sugaru, works. What? My curse bludgeons to death anyone I find out is hiding something. If you try to cover something up that I know is true, I'll be able to use my curse on you. With that in mind, can I ask you one more thing? I get it. Why you wanted to see me. Then let me tell you one thing first. Evergreen Beach has a similar condition. I can use my curse on anyone who tells me a lie. What? How is that fair? And you'd use that curse on me? As an officer of the law, it's inexcusable. As a parent with a duty to his child, I have no other choice. Are you threatening me? Do you really think that's enough to convince me to do as you say? I don't want to use it either. For your sake, I suggest you try not to lie. Go ahead, then. If I lie, then so be it. Okay, I'm gonna ask. If you try to hide it now, you really will die. Am I your real daughter? I'm just a baby you picked up to replace your stillborn, aren't I? You could never bring yourself to tell me who my real parents were, so you just kept hiding it? Still too much of a coward to tell me, huh? You don't like the truth, so you won't admit it. That's my real parent. That my real parent is the man I was just with. Ayame. Is that all you have to say? Then I only have one answer for you. You are, honestly and truly, our daughter. Nothing more, nothing less. Even now, you're still trying to hide it? Why? Are you really that stupid? Ah! Oh! Oh my goodness. Why? Is your pride worth dying for? Huh. I should have known. Why? Why go this far to hide it?
Ayame,
Listen. Huh? You're... How? How is he still going?
Ayame, be proud. No matter what happens, you are our precious daughter.
No, wait. How are you still alive?
I don't know what that piece of shit Najima filled your head with. But you're not Shino. And you're not Ashino either. You're our daughter, Ayame Tsutsumi. Alright. Guess it's Tono now. Oh, that's fine too. Tsutsumi, Tono, both will always be part of who you are.
What? Why are you doing this? That's not true. The curse proves that it's not...
Sure, you probably don't have many memories of us playing together. You did leave everything at home to your mom, and I was barely ever there for you. Even so, when I was working, no matter how grisly a crime scene I was at, all I ever wanted was for you to grow up to be happy. That's it.
Why say all of this now?
So, do one last thing for me. I want you to tell me the truth, too. If you lie to me now, I'm taking you with me.
Stop. I can't.
The mastermind behind all of this. I want to awaken the curses of the 7 mysteries in order to use the right. Wasn't you, was it?
No, I wouldn't even know how to do that.
Picking up Michio Shiraishi's talisman was just coincidence, right?
Huh? Yeah, I already told you that.
Good. Hearing that, I can rest easy. You're nothing like Michio. Stand on your own 2 legs. Keep living without escaping into fantasy. You can hate me. Dream all the crazy dreams you want. Don't ever stop trying to do good. You're a victim of your curse, too. Not too late to atone. The hit and run for using the curse. Don't run away. Still make things right. I know you can. Because you're my daughter. After that, just live the best life there.
Dad! Oh, wow. She called him Dad there. Boss! Oh, man. Yeah, and everybody's crying. That day at 6:18 p.m., Ayame Tono was taken into custody. Tetsuo Tsutsumi's death was confirmed at the same time. The 5 curse stones possessed by Tsutsumi, as well as the 3 given up by Ayame, lost their curse bearers. This temporarily extinguished their spirit power, allowing Mio Kurosuzu to obtain them and seal them away without difficulty. The Yin talisman possessed by Ayame Tono was recovered and entrusted to Mio Kurosuzu as well. Thus, any massacre that could potentially be caused by this iteration of the curses was prevented before it could ever happen. Or so it seemed. What do I mean, so it seemed? Hold on. Yeah, Taiko Osagaru. Huh. Deep sound of drums once more reverberates through the night air. How long has it been since we started hearing them each day? Could it be coming from the daimyo's residence? I've heard they have a drum in their fire watchtower instead of wooden clackers, but I don't see a fire. So why are they sounding the drum? Then one morning a body was found. Isn't that old man Kanzo, the ukiyo painter? He lived nearby, but had been down and out for years, despite his best efforts to sell his works. Every now and then his granddaughter would visit. He would teach her to paint. The old man's only pleasure. One day his granddaughter told him about her dreams. Curses, souls, resurrection. Hearing her tale, the old man was gripped by sudden zeal and began to paint with great fervor. His work quickly became famous, enchanting all those who viewed the strange imagery. Even the daimyo had taken notice. What could possibly have happened? People whispered amongst each other. It looked almost as if he had been beaten like a drum. Dismemberment, one whose face, address, name, age, occupation, location, all known by the curse bearer. Interesting. June Aereo, 8 p.m. Sorry for keeping you out so late, Mio. I can't take my mind off the curse bearer who was never found. Oh, it's no problem for me. I usually work at night anyway. Did you see Yako home safely? Yep. We sent her home in a patrol car earlier. Apparently she put up quite a fuss saying she wanted to see things through to the end. Thank you. The Feast of Shadows was starting to take effect, so it would have been dangerous. Oh, hello. The bird. "8 p.m. With no one around, this place is silent as the grave. No one wants to go out at night in these parts after everything that's happened over the past 2 days. Oh, I don't blame you. Can't look at the telephone. Darn. Oh. What's wrong? Next is Detective Area? What? What? So much has happened this evening, but it's still not over. We haven't found the curse bearer of the Whispering Canal. We still have to put a stop to these curses. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I can't get my mind off the remaining curse stone. The Whispering Canal. Who the mastermind is. We have to deal with that thing before I can worry about any of that. How's it going with the 2 talismans? Have you figured out the location of the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll? I have, more or less. When I combined the contents of the 2 talismans, they formed a seal which could be undone. The things inside the talisman that looked like scraps of wood were actually a tiny scroll, kept folded up by the seal. Who'd have thought the talismans actually contained the scroll itself? So that's the Yin Scroll, then. What's it say? Well, there's one more seal we have to undo to open the scroll. It's giving me some trouble, so I was actually hoping you could help me out. Okay, by unlocking the seal, got it. Sure thing. I don't know what I'll be able to do, but let me at it. Wow, I didn't expect you to be so eager to help. It's oddly reassuring. Okay, let's see. There are 5 seals holding the scroll shut. I think we have to remove them in the correct order. Each seal has a different design. A carp, a light, each leaf, a taiko drum, and a carp? What is the carp? Hold on, this is important to me. Backer sounds defensive somehow. Or derisive? No, like... They're like little wooden things, you can clap them together, you know? I guess they used to use them for, like, warn about fires in place of, like, taikos. And you also see them whenever you hear people do Christmas concert. I can't think of which song it is. You know. Well, it's great to see you, Brainy. I hope today's treating you well. Harp, light, sorry, I feel like I have to, like, write stuff down. Because I feel like it's gonna... Oh, nice! Nice, nice, nice. Burp. Remove the 5 seals in the right order, okay. If we get it wrong, is it going to, you know, go boom? Huh? No, we'll just have to try again. I tested it once already. Oh, you really tried it yourself? So brave. I think it's devised so the seal can only be undone if the curses for the right have already been unleashed. I think there's a hint to opening it hidden in something related to the curses. Just let me know when you're ready. Something related to the curses, unleashing the curses. Harp, light, beat, taiko drum, lead. Interesting. I'm trying to think. Like... I feel like it might have something to do with the actual, like, entrance of the thing. Yeah, transcript. So you have the Whispering Canal. Oh, okay, so the canal is the carp, then. Yeah, so, okay. So I think they're related to... So if the carp is the canal, then... I want to say it's the... See, the thing is that there's the light, but then there's the lantern. What if I... Beach is obviously... The beach leaf is obviously the... Why are we fooling her? So... The taiko drum is... Right? The reed is the one-sided reed. And then the light, we'll just kind of assume that it is. Well, like, the beckoning light, we even had it. Well, no, that would be Haru. But, like, Haru didn't... Okay, let's think here, right? If we kind of work through... We also have the taiko. I feel like... I think it has something to do with, like, the end. If I were to make it. If I go to, like... Yeah, because this details, like, yeah. Yeah, because it talks about... Right. Okay, I think I see. It's like, look. So... You see how, like, this story here mentions that, like, there was a death, right? It mentions, like, people whispered amongst each other, looked... Yeah, it talked about ukiyo-e, right? Because that's been kind of oddly something. Old man Kanzo, the ukiyo-e, lived nearby, been down and out for years despite his best efforts. Hearing her tale, the old man was gripped by his son's zeal. Or one day, yeah. And then his work became famous and all that. But then it mentions, like... This talks about... Well, hold on. Didn't that also mentioned? Prosperity that the ukiyo-e boom brought must have been what fanned the flames. That's sort of like I'm kind of honing in on. Maybe like... Well, what was this about? Oh, hold on. This talks about her husband hanging. I don't think I actually, like, read through this. Must have been one of the Daimyo's spies. Fears that after my husband, I will be next. So be it. But what was he hunting for? Daimyo, much to Tomezo's alarm. Looked over the bridge into the river of blood below and saw the corpse of... Yeah, so that's the dead woman. Yeah. So then... So, okay. So Okoma... Confronted, yeah. Went after Tomezo, and then Tomezo... Then... Even... Tom pushed on Miyoji. Yeah, you're not involved. What was the other one? Like, light? Well, we're assuming it's like the beckoning light. Memories of a young couple and their daughter. Mind turned to the Omyoji woman. Foolishly involved himself with the forbidden, inviting. Huh. I don't know. What are we thinking? Yeah, this mentions Jin. Toki's mother. One day, however, her father disappeared. Toki went. Okay. Okay, I think I have an. It won't explode or anything, so you might as well give it a try. I see. Okay. Okay, I have a thought. I have a thought. Because, yeah, I think these seem to be interconnected. So I think what it is, I think it's drum, and then, like, reed, harp, light? Oh! Wow, you got it right, it's open. Getting on the first try, that's amazing. You're a real pro. Oh, thank you. Nothing to it, really. Told you could leave it to me. Now we can finally read what's written inside. Let's see. Yeah. Seems that Simon Tsuchimikado, author of the Record of Fates, wrote the Yin Scroll because he feared that the descendants of those involved a Honjo incident might become cursed and used in the collection of soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. The existence of the Yin Scroll was indicated in a postscript added to the Record of Fates, but its whereabouts are currently unknown. The text has been preserved in the form of 2 talismans held by Hajime Yoshimi and Michio Shiraishi. It contains a full account of the Honjo incident, and the following is written in... I bequeath this scroll to future generations to be used in the event that calamity should arise from this grievous incident. Those who seek to forestall disaster must gather these 3 items in one place to cast my rite of cleansing and expel all rituals and curses in full. My soul, that is my curse echo. My body, that is a living continuation of my bloodline. My spirit, that is my own consciousness. How am I supposed to get this dude's consciousness? And, like, there is no, like, living... In theory... I feel like we're in trouble. I see. What does it say? First is a detailed account of the tragedy surrounding the Rite of Resurrection that occurred in Honjo back in the Edo period. The whole story of what we call the Honjo incident is laid out clearly. That incident was the origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo and their curses, right? Yes. Resentment of the victims of the incident turned into curses, which are the curse echoes. The contents are organized like an answer sheet, so it doesn't just give the information... Is there anything else? Yes. Here's what we've been looking for. I bequeath this scroll to future generations to be used in the event that calamity should arise from this grievous incident. Whoa. Do you foresaw all of this happening? And it continues. Those who seek to forestall disaster must gather these 3 items. Yeah. My soul, that is my curse echo. My body, that is a living continuation of my bloodline. My mind, that is my own consciousness. Wow, so if we gather these 3 things in one place, Simon's rite of cleansing will activate and completely negate the curses in the rite of resurrection. Oh, that's it. That's exactly what we need. The 3 things are Simon's soul, body, and mind. It says the soul is Simon's curse echo. His curse echo? So Simon himself is part of the 7 mysteries? Now that you mention it, Mr. Araishi said something along those lines before. There's another hint written here. My curse echo holds my curse. My curse brings ruin to curse bearers. What kind of hint is that? What kind of hint is that? Maybe it'll make more sense as we keep looking. But will the curse echoes still appear if the curse bearer is already gone? Next, the body is a descendant of Simon's, it seems. Wasn't Yoshimi a relative of Simon? He and Michio Shiraishi, who had the other talisman. Both of them had already passed by the time this iteration of the curses was unleashed. Damn, that's true. What are we gonna do? His bloodline was so split up, there have to be others. Oh, there's another note here, too. Where? Is it another hint? As for the body, seek not only one who bears my blood, but one with strong spirit sense. Such an individual will be able, if a spirit attempts to possess them, to instead take control of that spirit themselves. So it says. Do we know of anyone like that? I can't think of anyone. Let's move on for now. Next is the mind. What is the difference between the mind and the soul? In paranormal theory, it's said that humans are made up of soul, body, and mind. The mind is essentially thought to be the part of the spirit that makes up one's consciousness or one's self. It's like driving. The body is the car, the soul is the control system. The mind is the driver. I see. I think that makes sense. So is there a hint for finding this one too? Well, let's see. There is this. Should the rite of resurrection be activated elsewhere, so too shall my mind be awakened there. Simon tried to seal away the rite of resurrection. Before he could, Ashino stole the record of fates. So as a countermeasure to the rite being activated, he made it so that his mind would be released from the seal. Okay, but what does that actually mean? What it means is, Simon's mind awoke the night the rite was activated. It must be possessing someone out there right now. What? So we have to get that person together with everything else. Alright, so we have to find the curse echo, the descendant, and the person possessed by Simon. Then we just get them together in one place and we'll be good to go. Right, but there is one thing. The second and third ones could both be the same person. Oh. But who could that be? It's like how Michio lost her memories when she was possessing Yako. Simon's consciousness might not be aware of who it really is. So if he learned the truth, would he start to act of his own accord? Oh, then that person could already be... Oh, hold on a second. Someone's coming this way. Huh? Excuse me, can I interrupt just for a moment? It's you! Hey, it's the lady! Who might you be? Would you buy this empty can of juice I just finished drinking for 10,000 yen? Huh? I'll even throw in these bones from some fried chicken. Can't beat a deal like this. I really don't want them. Don't say that. Come on, they're delicious. What are you doing? Yeah, that's the lady from the prologue. What are you doing here? And why are you acting weird? Actually, I thought I might just have a picnic right here. Won't you join me? Sorry, I don't understand. What should we do? Well, it's not like we need this exact spot, and we can't do anything with other people around. Let's just move somewhere else. I'm sorry, we're in the... No, don't run! Don't run! Don't run! Don't run! I'm sorry, we're in the middle of something, so we'll be on our way. Oh, you! It's you!
It hurts. Oh, this is a curse. Oh, so you came back and murdered him. Wow. Wow. That's nuts. So she got this. So I guess in like the actual what happened, she ended up getting the stone, and then that's nuts. Also, it's speeding through, so I wonder if this is also kind of a not ending. Oh, hey, how's it going? You have my heartfelt thanks for all your hard work thus far. This brings the story of the 7 mysteries of Honjo to a close. And who could have foreseen such a conclusion? Unfortunately, it seems the so-called mastermind was one step ahead of you. She remains hidden, leaving behind no evidence. Perhaps there is truly no way to stop her. However, should you find that this conclusion is not to your liking, by all means, please pursue a different path. You have done it once before, so I'm sure you already know how. With that, I shall be taking my leave. I have been your humble storyteller. Good night. Ooh, I think Oh, I get it. Okay, so I need to figure out how to get... This is like an ending. I have honestly no clue how to get it. Okay. I need to figure out how to, like, get... Maybe if we start from, like, earlier. Maybe starting from here wasn't the idea. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like it has something to do with trying to kill her. Or maybe, like, trying to, like, do something. I don't know. I'm at a bit of a loss here. Like, I feel like it has something to do with, like... Well, hold on. Actually, I'm curious. Hold on. Files. 7 mysteries. She has the... yeah. Kills by bludgeoning one who is discovered to be hiding something from the... Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of trying to think here. Oh, maybe the idea is that we do like this. Yeah, there we go. Huh? Ma'am. Damn, did she fulfill the conditions? She sure did. Okay, it's time for a beatdown. Geez, why'd you try to hide it now of all times?
I wouldn't have come to you if you weren't a curse bearer. Yeah, okay. I think that... stop! Too bad. She's already dead. This is horrific. I'll be taking her curse stone. Whoa, huh? All the haunting clappers needed was a source of fire? That was a close one. Now then, what will you do, Mr. Investigator?
None.
You're not a curse bearer, so I don't have any reason to kill you. I won't show you mercy if you're gonna try and capture me. So what'll it be? Still don't know how her curse works. Too risky to make a move. Your employer's already dead anyway, so... There's no reason for you to go out of your way to arrest me, right? Still do my duty as a citizen and report union. Oh, what a surprise. This is when you decide to suddenly choose the side of righteousness. Who's after the same thing, you know. There's no clean hands when it comes to soul dregs. Well, looks like you don't have anything to say about that. I'll be taking my leave then. Bye-bye. Is that the end? Seems like it. Upon killing Haruo Shigima, fellow curse bearer, Ayame Tono obtained more than enough soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. However, it turned out that resurrecting someone who died a long time ago required an even larger amount. To fulfill her heart's deepest desires, she'd need to harvest more. So, she waited for the sun to set for when the Feast of Shadows effects were at its peak. She used the one-sided reed curse stone she had stolen from Fumichika Najima. With it, she proceeded to kill all those whose personal information she knew, starting with those who mattered least to her. About the one-sided reed. Yeah, no. Okay, so she commits her own big mass murder. Okay. Many of them were random men, gullible and disposable, drawn in by the allure of a female university student. One noteworthy victim among them was Tetsuo Tsutsumi, who, being a curse-bearer himself, was promptly targeted for his soul dregs. Tsusumi's death threw the investigation efforts into disarray, allowing Ayame to evade capture. Afterwards, she acquired various address registers and phone books and systemically killed the people listed in them. Unsuspecting victims could be safe at home only to suddenly have their limbs severed. Strange deaths shook society to its core. Yeah, no, that's not... So yeah, no, she succeeds in killing... So yeah, okay, so the thing I was missing was that, I just had to lie to her. But yeah, no, that's interesting. Interesting. Huh. So yeah, she totally was up to killing a ton of people. That's nuts. But all things must come to an end, and so in time the killings stopped. Sometime after the killings, a modern-day genius female ukiyo-e artist burst onto the art scene. She introduced herself as the mysterious Mad Paintress. Her fame grew quickly as she presented one incredible work after another. Praised as the modern reincarnation of Katsushika Hokusai, she quickly made her own mark on history. Ending for Ayame's inspiration. Well, that's all of them. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. You know, hold on, I had a thought. If you can bear with me, I had a thought. Because there was something I remembered when I was thinking about it. Like, remember how when we were at, like, this this part right. Like, remember how when we saw like a thing, remember? Huh? Yeah, I think. So rattled and confused. I thought you really lost it. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, so Shogo. Yeah. Actually, I wonder. Hold on. Oh, or is it? No, hold on. I had a thought. I think it was this one. It had to have been the one where she's. Um. Yeah, because I remember there was like a. Yeah, I remember this. Did this, like, amount to anything? Huh. The hell is that? It's like a light floating in midair. Huh? Oh, yeah, because it moved closer. Whoa, it's coming closer. Is it another one of the 7 mysteries? Looks like a will-o-wisp, maybe. But yeah, I remember this. It gives me the answer to touch it? I don't recall being able to touch it. Huh? Am I supposed to touch it? Or at least I think maybe I tried to and it went away. Whoa. Cleansing. The body, soul, and mind of Simon Tsuchi Mikado has all been brought together. The rite of cleansing is activated, spelling all rituals and curses that have previously been performed. Wait. Does that mean Okie is like the important one here? It's possible. Oh. Hello. My. Finally, you have arrived at this juncture. I expected no less from you. That would mean that you have managed to bring everything to light. Though there is the possibility that you've wound up here by chance. So before I take you any further, I must ask you a number of questions. Oh, okay, so the game's trying to get cute. About what exactly the soul, body, and mind of Simon Tsuchi Mikado are. Firstly, which curse echo represents the soul of Simon Tsuchi Mikado? I think it has to be the beckoning light. Like, because if I look here, hold on. Because, like, I don't know, it's like a memory where it's like this regretful memory, and it's the one that allowed us to come here. And it did say that Simon's soul would show up. So I would assume that this is kind of the spot. Yeah, so I think that would be it. Yes, that is exactly it. After his defeat at the hands of Ashino in the Honjo incident, Simon wandered around near Honji. The form of his curse echo changed over time with the legend he left behind. This is the curse echo which was acquired by Mayu Chizawa. But when called forth by Simon's body and mind, it appeared momentarily before him. Let us continue. Who served as the self of Simon Tsuchimikado? Who is his body, his descendant who carries his blood in his veins? I think it is Shogo. Like, it has to be Shogo, right? Like, 'cause that seems to be what that is. You know what I mean? That seems to be where this goes. Correct again. Although Shogo Okie was born to an ordinary family, the blood of a distant relative ran thick in his veins. In truth, the same is true for Yoko Fukunaga. He was also the one who had blood of a distant relative coursing through her. In her case, it was Ashina. Oh, so it all comes back around to the prologue. That's actually really good. Simon and Ashino, fated to meet again all these hundreds of years later. Now, for my final question. Who is the mind of Simon Tsuchimikado? Tell me the name of the person whose consciousness was directly tied to his. Who would that be? Because I don't think it's Okie. It would have to be tied to us, but it's like so close. Is it us? Is it like the player, and the idea is that like it's a player series? I guess that would explain why it asked us to enter our name at the beginning. Is it us? Oh, I see. You believe it to be him. Are you saying you believe it to be yourself? Yeah, kinda. Are you certain? Yes, you are correct. Finally, you have remembered. That's right, you are. Simon's consciousness, awoken by the curses and the rite of resurrection. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Very, very cool game. Very, very cool. However, having lost your memories, you forgot about the duty assigned to you. This is, if I may say so, where I played my part, guiding you through the events of this story. As your consciousness was all that was left of you, you manipulated time and space by way of the story chart, jumping from vessel to vessel. Oh, so that's like the framing of the entire story, of the entire game. That I am literally manipulating time and space, and that, like, I'm just jumping between vessels. Manipulated your host's actions by whispering commands into their ears. Oh, so that explains how Mayu was able to get out of there. Because I hopped into her body, and then... That's why people were able to know stuff that they wouldn't have known otherwise, because I was just telling it to them. Like, directly via the game, and also, like, within the logic of the game as well. Oh, yeah, because that's how Mayu was able to get out. Because that's how she was able to get that info. That's cool, okay. Doing so, you were able to get the full picture of what needed to be done. But at one point, while still unconscious, you managed to remember your duty. The so-called mastermind behind these events, the one who awakened the rite and the curses, was Yoko Fukunaga, descendant of Ashino herself. You unconsciously activated your curse and killed her. How interesting that she awakened Simon's consciousness at the same time as the curses. That was the one and only time she could have been stopped. Ah, but due to your influence on Shogo Okie's will, Yoko Fukunaga was brought back to life, using the story chart to undo her death. I led you to believe that it was the work of the rite of resurrection itself. As it turns out, seeing what would transpire if the mastermind was not killed at the outset, it ultimately revealed the way to put an end to the curses for good. There were certain things which would have answered all your questions had you noticed them. For example, even while under your control, Shogo Okie willingly used his curse. When I asked you early on how many Shogo Okie had killed, this is what I meant. Had you not used the curse, Shoko Okie would have done so of his own accord. Oh. Furthermore, Mayu Chizawa was able to recall information which only you knew. Yeah, that I sort of got, yeah. She was able to do this because she was connected to you through her curse echo, the beckoning light. Oh, okay, so that's how she was able to get that info, because she had the beckoning light. That was her, yeah. Now, allow me to ask you one last question. If you, knowing all that you now know, had the ability to resurrect one life, what would you do? Uh-huh. I don't know, man. I feel like if I am Simon, yeah, what's her deal? In truth, Yoko is a descendant of Onmyoji who continued to practice in modern time. Her ancestor Ashino attempted to steal the right of resurrection in Honjo during the Edo period. Born with exceptional spirit sense, Yoko learned about her own ancestry while researching her roots, was disappointed to find her bloodline had fallen into mediocrity. She became consumed with the ambition to restore her family's lost glory through her own prowess, devised a scheme to succeed where Ashino failed and performed the rite of resurrection. Yoko continued her training, developing her spiritual and curse powers until she discovered the Record of Fates, which offered clues regarding the rite. She plotted to use the curses of the 7 mysteries of Honjo to gather a large number of soul dregs, calling forth curse echoes and setting the stage for mutual slaughter. The ultimate plan involved invoking a large-scale feast of shadows, awakening the curses, performing the rite herself, and bringing together enough soul dregs to revive Ashino. Since the effects of the curses increase the more people know and fear them, first entrusted the Record of Fates to local historian Hideki Araishi, who could be used to easily spread the rumors. He also contacted Fumichika Najima, a criminal with a deep understanding of mystic arts, to obtain the curse stones needed to get soul dregs. Unsurprisingly, Najima was very interested in the story of Ashino and readily agreed. While carrying out these steps, Yuko learned of the existence of the Yin Scroll, which threatened to thwart her plan. She added a note about the scroll in the Record of Fates before giving it to Araishi, intending to acquire it before it could post. Through investigations, Yoko discovered that Hajime Yoshimi was a descendant of Simon and threatened him with a curse in an effort to scare him into revealing the whereabouts of the Yin Scroll. While Hajime bravely resisted Yoko's threats, she killed him with a curse to ensure Simon's descendant would not stand in her way. As their preparations were coming together, Yoko obtained the seemingly less dangerous curse stone in the Whispering Canal in order to become a curse bearer, necessity for gathering the curse stones for the shadows. Shogo Okie, also a descendant of Simon, was eyed as a potential risk factor and contacted to ensure he would be located nearby, subject to monitoring. However, unaware that the spirit of Simon would be awakened within Shogo as soon as she invoked the curse, Yoko's plan was thwarted when she was immediately cursed to death by Simon. Huh. You know, if I look at the... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, just give me a second. Like... Should have left it well enough alone. Oh, I see. That was Simon's original intention. I apologize for leaving it out of the options when I first asked you this question. Now, it is time to bring things to a close. Upon your arrival here, the rite of cleansing was activated, dispelling all other rituals and curses. Look upon the fruit of your efforts. Then we shall see this world behind for good. Thank you, truly, for all the work you have done. So, like, what? That's what happened? I can't believe it. I finally understand. Yeah, I was the one who did that. The blood of the Onmyoji that's inside me broke into my consciousness and gave me that curse. Yoko was after the rite of resurrection. He was the one who awakened the curses of the 7 mysteries and cast the Feast of Shadows. The only way to stop all of it was to put a stop to her here. Otherwise, the rite of cleansing might have been negated too. I wonder how much of it was really her doing, all those things. Yoko. I guess that explains why I felt like it was fate when this all started. Though she didn't seem to notice. I guess things were always destined to end like this, from the moment we met. I wish we could have met under different circumstances. No point in thinking like that now. God, I need a drink. Thinking a Moscow Mule, or 2, or 3. Haruo Shigima. Ma'am, what is it? Ah. Just a dream. It seems that it was all just a dream. I dreamt that there was such a thing as the rite of resurrection. Just a dream. Sorry to say it, but there isn't. Right, of course not. But even if there is no such thing, I promise you that I will get to the bottom of the kidnapping. In fact, I happened to find a very important lead from over a year ago. Something that's evaded our reach until now. An eyewitness from the scene of the kidnapping. I see. Oh. Yeah, so I guess if the curse didn't happen... So we set in motion... Yeah. Whoa, what the hell is this? Medical unit told me to get down here. What happened? So they find the body. As I was looking into Yoshimi's death at the former Yasuda Gardens, another body was discovered at a different park in the area? Could they be related? Sure looks like it, but... Excuse me, we found this among the victim's belongings. Thought you'd want to know. What's this? What? What the hell? Boss, look what was in the female victim's address book. Yoshimi's phone number and photo. What? And the picture. There's an X drawn on it and a bunch of weird symbols, and a hole where his heart would be. No. Do you think... could this be some kind of curse or something? How many times do I have to tell you not to try to connect everything to the occult? Damn it, is this a Nagakoshi case after all? What was that, boss? Don't worry about it. Make sure you put that photo into evidence. No doubt that it is related to Yoshimi. Make sure you do a thorough sweep of the area. Phone call. Got it, leave it to me. Spend as long as you want on the phone. Huh. So... yeah, they do their little spirit thing. Mio, it turns out Michio really did die in an accident. Yes. If we ask around, we might be able to get a little more information. Okay, so without the curse going on, Tsutsumi and Ario find the body of Fukunaga. Haruo, I guess this is kind of setting up how they learn all the stuff that they would have learned anyway? Or all the stuff that they would have learned if the curse stuff went down? I guess there never really was such a thing as the rite of resurrection. But I did feel like there was a spirit watching over us. Oh, so we just... oh. Huh. Damn it, why? Nothing's happening. But now my contract won't be... No. You never have believed in this blasted record of fates. All of you watching from far, far away. The rite of resurrection has never existed. Not in any world, not in any time. So I ask you to take the life you hold and move boldly forward one step at a time. Oh, that's EY. Victor, Eye's out. You want to question him? Hang on, Ario. I want to get enough evidence for a search warrant. Let him go for now, and I'll follow him. That's the kidnapper. Yes, I'm the one who did it. So please help me. She's always following me. So Namagaki and Iwai is still alive, and he gets sent to jail. Yeah, they still learn about Michio's suffering. Yeah, Fukunaga... They learn early that Fukunaga killed Hajime. How can it be? It wasn't the guy who could just be picked off like that. You know that. Yeah, and Boss is hiding something. Seems to be some kind of secret hidden in Hajime's family tree. Let's see if I can find out what it is. I had heard you would be absent today. Is there something you need? Well, it seems I seem to have this spirit sense thing all of a sudden. I know it's the sort of thing our chairwoman doesn't approve of, so I thought I'd mention it. So I guess the Hihaku people were kind of red herring. You could have called. Didn't think you were the standoffish type. I had to find out from Hawaii. Whoops, sorry. I forgot all about my favorite chief inspector. How are you planning? Nothing so heinous as you're thinking. I'm only Makoto Ashimiya. After all, nothing but a lowly janitor. How are things with you? Getting along with your daughter? So Ashimiya then is fairly normal. Well, you know, more or less. Or at the very least, Ashimiya isn't, like, about to kill, like, 300. I guess that's sort of the thing about the curses. The curses it does kind of, like, imply murderous intent. So maybe Ashimiya went about that plan because of the curses? I don't know. Wow, we're actually getting the credits for realsies now. Wow. So in the end, the whole curse thing just didn't actually happen. Like, the idea is that Okie does kill her there and prevents basically everything that happened before. Like the curse stones don't get distributed, Tsutsuki doesn't get big murdered. Hajime is still dead, which is kind of a shame, but like... I don't know, I find that really interesting. Yeah. That we can just sort of go back and basically undo it all. You know? Oh. But anyway, that was Paranormasight, The 7 Mysteries of Honjo. I gotta say, I am glad that I got around to this one. No joke. I feel like this game does some really interesting stuff, not just with, like, visual novel adventure game stuff, but also, like, just game stuff in general. Like, the way that its, like, narrative is presented, the way that it presents itself. I feel like it does, like, some really cool things. And I do like how the game is sort of not afraid to kind of making the actual you, the player, kind of part of the story in that sense is, like, a really interesting... Like, it does kind of, I guess, explain sort of the more sort of interesting things that happen, right? I don't know. I find that really, really cool. You know, I feel like they made like a really tight, very interesting like mystery story. And mainly, I feel like some people might be a bit like, oh, well, you can just go back to the beginning and just like it. Well, in all fairness, going back to the beginning isn't hinted at, which very ballsy of the of the developers. I'm gonna be real. Because, like, remember, when something was missing something, it would crack out the screen. It would, like, dull it. But thankfully, I remembered seeing the thing. You know, and when they mentioned, like, the spirit and not realizing, you know, who it was, I kind of, like... I kind of put it together. And I think that's cool. Yeah, fair play to the game. The game does kind of make you feel smart if you pay attention. And I think that's really, really sick. And so, like, the actual, like, end, not even, like, an ending. Just the... Wow. What a cool game. Wow. Oh, yeah, and it even shows the thing going all the way to the end. It's called Another Conclusion. Yeah, so I think that's meant to be like a true ending at the end of the day. Like, your options are this sort of like main game ending where Sutsuki dies and Ario dies and Mio dies. And it turns out Fukunaga is the mastermind behind everything. Which is crazy, because that isn't even necessarily hinted at. Like, she, like, shows up here and then just leaves the story entirely. Until the very, very end. But, like, basically the only way to prevent it is... I don't know, that's sort of the interesting thing. The way that you, like... Yeah, that's sort of the interesting thing. Because, like, the way that this goes down, right? Either... Like, when it comes to Okie, right? You don't use the curse and you end up big murder. And then, basically, all of this happens because of that. You do murder her, and then are like, I'll just go do some murdering myself. And then, like, you kill these people. And then you die anyway. Like, really. Or, well, that I'm still a little unsure about, I guess. Like, maybe the Rite of Resurrection does sacrifice you as well, and it's, like, part of the deal. Right? So, like, I think, so... Or, like, you kill her and then realize who you are, and then you basically prevent the events of the game. Agree? But, like, Haruo still gets, like, her closure, right? Haruo still gets closure for the death of her son. Tsutsumi lives, and Ashimiya doesn't decide to try a plot to kill, like, a ton of... Which I guess is kind of interesting, right? I guess that sort of lends credence to the whole... Because, like, that's something that I feel goes a little understated. Now, like, when they get the Curse Stone, they're filled with murderous intent. And I guess since Ashimiya was already, like, a killer before, like, maybe, like, him getting the Curse Stone made him worse. Or, like, he was more susceptible to, like, the murderous intent, so it's like he came up with this... Right? Or set, like, some things in motion. And it just kind of drove him nuts. Yeah, I guess that's sort of the thing about it. Like the Curse Stones, I think their influence drove some people kind of nuts. Kind of up a wall. You know, people who are already in a rough spot. Yako... I don't know. Yako is sort of an interesting case. She gets closure for Michio's death. And then... Like, she gets closure about Michio's death. And... Like, I guess my question is she still, like, possessed then? Or does Mio work to, like, unpossess her? Like, without telling her? And Mayu's fiancé is still dead. But she... gets, like, closure on that, and, like, since they find... Oh, yeah, and Tsutsumi finds out Fukunaga killed, the guy, and put, Nakagaki away for like the hit and run. And basically a bunch of people don't die. Huh. I will say, the developers... I give credit to the developers. The developers, I feel like, took like a big swing, which I think is really cool. I'm not saying just because it's like a visual novel, but based on like the way that like it does. But yeah, no, it's super sick. Also, why was I not able to use the save thing before? Whatever. Okay. Because I swore I wasn't able to save in here before. But yeah, no, this game is really, really sick. Oh, hold on. File 23. Thank you for playing our game all the way to the very end. We look forward to the day we can present you with another Paranormasight. Sincerely yours, Nakagoshi. Oh! Oh, so I guess they really did intend to, like, make another Paranormasight. I guess what's really cool is that they, I guess, that this didn't turn into one of those things where it's like, oh man, they say that they want to present you another one and then, like, the studio shuts down. That's usually how that goes. But no, there is, like, another one. But yeah, I actually really, really do. I think it's a really, like, a really tight, like, paranormal mystery kind of story. I like its presentation. I like how the game looks. I like a lot of the music of this game. I feel like there were quite a few tracks where I was like, man, that's like a... And I also find it really fascinating that they could have, like... Because I felt like with the setup, they could have easily went with, like, a death game setup, right? Like every other thing, you know, where it's like, oh, we have curse stones, we gotta kill each other now. But no, like, you end up with, like, a bunch of people that, like, have curse stones and go... Wait a second, hold on. Maybe killing people's a bad idea. And then just try to work on a way to, like, solve it without, like, murdering a bunch of people. Like, that doesn't involve murdering and invoking this right. And I guess I was kind of right in the sense that, like, the Hihaku... The lady running Hihaku was, like... Yeah, Yamamori was, like, a red herring. Yeah. Like, because I think by the end of it, Yumioka and Yamamori turned out to kind of be red herring. Yumioka was investigating it and did want the curse stones, but he wouldn't have been able to get them anyway. And Yamamori doesn't even really have any spirit sense to begin with. At least not much. Also, I guess that was another hint. Mio said that, I think the... Well, hold on. Was that a hint? I'm not sure. But yeah, no, I like how this game looks. I like how this game... Honestly, I think it's really, really sick. And I do really hope I get to play the sequel to this one of these days. Like, it's like Paranormasight: The Mermaid's Curse, but I'm trying to think if it's, like, switched. Because that would kind of... Yeah, because that would be... Yeah, I'd have to, like, look. Oh, hold on. I just did some... Oh, interesting. So there's some interesting video image posting, streaming and video image posting guideline. I doubt they're like anything too. Because like Twitch is like named. I think it has something about posting, which like I get. I'm sorry. I'm just. That's something I gotta look. I might have to look at once stream wraps up. I just wanted to see. Oh, is it just a regular Switch game? Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Because if I don't need a Switch 2 in order to play it, I think. Because I highly doubt that it. Oh yeah. Okay. I highly doubt that that Paranormasight is that intensive a game. But yeah, no. But yeah. So I guess that means our current block has been sorted. Look out on socials, probably sometime tomorrow, for what our next schedule is gonna look like. I'm excited to see how it is. Yeah, no, this game is really, really cool. Yeah, I think without further ado. Well, actually, no, hold on. Let's see. Out to somebody. Let's see who's live. Let's see who's live. Who can we raid live? You know, I'm thinking we're gonna bother a buddy. If you don't. But yeah, no, thank y'all for coming out. I really appreciate you. And I think without further ado, I'm gonna roll it over now to the aftermath. So, chat, what did we learn today? We learned that, you know, sometimes being a bit more knowledgeable about being like a spirit dude, you know, probably useful, probably helpful. We also learned that that Fukunaga was actually not great, not a good lady. Kind of a shame, but you know, not a good lady. We also learned that that, you know, rites of resurrection, just not a good idea at the end of the day. You know? Just not a good idea. Anyway, thank you for coming out to the Uncle Bandit stream. If you enjoyed streams like this, don't be afraid to leave a follow. If you want to help support the stream, you can also sub and donate. Those things really help me out. If you want to check out any old playthroughs or keep up with any current playthroughs, you can head over to the Uncle Bandit stream archive over on youtube.com. And if you want to keep up with any stream updates like playthrough announcements or just want to see what I'm up to, you can check me out on Blue Sky at Uncle Bandit. This has been it from me, and this has been Paranormasight, the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. And I hope to see you all next time.